Hello everyone, I am Shripad Kulkarni, SE Coordinator at ISA-VESIT. I welcome you all to this video in which I will be showing you on how I designed the front end of a restaurant website from complete scratch using this HTML and CSS. So to start with, you have to first install a text editor. Here I have used Sublime Text 3 as my editor. However, you can use any other editor like VS Code etc. Let me first show you how our website is going to look at the end. So this is the final look of our website. As you can see, our website is mainly divided into 4 components. Firstly being the navigation bar, second being the hero image, third being the menu cards, and lastly the footer. Now let's jump back to the code and understand each and every section carefully. So as you can see, there are basically two types of files here. First being the HTML file and second the CSS file. Now in the starting of our HTML file, I have included some important links. As you can see, this is the link to import Google Fonts. Then the links below are the links of the Google Fonts which I have used in our web page. After that, here are the links for some awesome fonts which I have used as well. Lastly, this is a very important link as these links are CSS file with our HTML file. That's it for the links. Now let's move on to the code. So as you can see, I have commented most of the code and hence our web page is completely blank now. Now I would be uncommenting each and every section and seeing how it is going to affect our web page. So let's first of all uncomment the HTML part of our navigation bar. After uncommenting this, I have saved this and reloaded our web page. So as you can see, there is the title of our web page and some options we want. But these are not perfectly aligned or styled. To style and align them, we need to go to the CSS part. Now before going to the CSS part, let us understand this HTML code. That I have broken the title of our web page, Ethnic Maharaja, using this span tag. Now you would be wondering why I have done this. The reason why I have done this is because I wanted color variation inside it. Now, as we can see in our original web page, that there is a color variation in the title. Now to do that, I have used span tag here. However, we will be getting more into it inside the CSS part. Next, I have created a class NavUL and grouped all these 4 items together. By grouping all these 4 items together, it would be easier for us to align and style them inside the CSS part. Lastly, I have closed the remaining tags and that is it for the HTML part of our navigation bar. Now let us move to our CSS part. So as we are in our CSS code, let me first uncomment these lines and see what changes it is doing to our web page. So as you can see, this code was just to get started with some basic borders and applying a background color. Now here we are going to start the styling of our navigation bar. Now let's uncomment this and save and run the entire code. This is a pretty big code for a navigation bar. After running this, we can see that all the items are exactly aligned and styled in the way we wanted. So let's go back to the code and understand how this works. So now we are going to start with our nav tag. So as you can see, all our main content is inside this tag. So we have started with a basic background of black, height of 80 pixels, width of 100%, and a z-index of 1. So z-index is basically an index of stacking things up. So the more the z-index will be, the more the object is going to appear on the top. So that was all basic things. Then we have next our NavUL class. So if you remember the NavUL class, inside this class we have a list in which we have grouped up 4 items together so that we could apply similar properties and align them together. So that is the same thing which we have done here. Here we have applied a box border to them, which we are going to animate afterwards. So as you can see, this is the border. So as we take our mouse over them, it is quite responsive. So this we are going to see later in our code. Then next we have our header tag. So as you can see, here is the header tag, inside which there is an h2 tag and then a span tag. So that is the same hierarchy which I have followed. header h2 and then styling of header h2 span. So the span tag which we had, so inside our nav ul li, li is basically a list tag, and inside this li we have another tag a. So we have styled them accordingly. We have given them color, font size, border radius, and padding. Then this is a very interesting thing. Um, because of this code, actually, as you can see, we are able to create responsiveness in our website, because as we take our pointer over to these objects, they are changing the color. That is, they are showing response. So it is because of this code, wherein I have applied a background to them, and a transition of 0.5 seconds. So similarly, as you can see, um, just as I had explained before, these are some other features as well which I have applied here. It is quite big, but you can easily go through it and understand it. So just like we have seen that we have taken different tags and classes and styled them in CSS using different properties of CSS. That is the same thing which we have repeated here. You can easily go through it and understand. So next, let's move on to our hero image. This is a very interesting part. So let's move on to our hero image next. So first of all, uh, go to our HTML code and uncomment this whole hero image and save this. So after uncommenting and saving, we can see that this is not exactly how we wanted it to look, but we are still left with the CSS code. So let's first go there and see, uncomment it and see how the output is going to appear. So I have not uncommented the complete part. I have just uncommented a small part of the hero image. So I have saved it, and as you can see, this is not exactly same as we had expected, but quite similar as we had expected. But there are a lot more features to be added, which we will see next. So here we are with the HTML code of our hero image. Just like before, I have created first a division tag, and inside that I have created a class as hero image. However, you can see that here I have written id is equal to top. So if you can see here, in our list here in the in the HTML code for our navigation bar, in list, if you can see, besides home I have written as href is equal to hash top. So the reason behind this is that, as you can see in our main website, um, if we are anywhere down here and we click on home, it takes us to the top of our web page. So that is basically the functionality of this. So we will understand about that later as well. We have used it in other like things as well, like home, menu, feedback, contact us. So next, as you can see inside this, I have created another division class as hero text. So first was the class for a hero image and second was for hero text. Then inside that I have created one h1 tag. This is the main title of our website, as you can see here, that this is the main title Ethnic Maharaja, which I have written here. For that I have created this h1 tag, and uh, then next to that I have created an h3 tag, which is basically for a short tagline if you want to write about our website. Then I have added some features like font size, margin, color, etc. Then after that I have added two buttons here, as you can see. These are two button tags, and inside these button tags I have written order now and book tables. So these are the two buttons for order now and book tables. We have not yet styled them. We have yet to see the styling in the CSS section, but still we have just done here. So this one just basic. So